Putting some white flags out. They're kind of small. They're what I had. Up here at Robinson, we're going to be doing some digging, going to be doing some ditching, trying to divert some waters in some ditches like right here that's kind of filled up over the years, make them a little deeper so they don't run over any in the field, causing washes going down there. Like there's one there. It's not big, but we don't want it to get any bigger. So doing that, called 811. Now I gotta mark it. Yeah, call 811 before you dig. You don't want to hit a pipeline explode. So doing that, now we're gonna head back to the farm and
but I don't remember it being this
get the ditcher hooked up and get to where it'll work. Hopefully, still got a decent amount of snow left in that ditch where it drifted up. I think it's supposed to go up like 70 this weekend. Think about Southeast Illinois. You don't like the weather, just stick around a week, it'll change. Well, this happened yesterday during the snow and ice and all, well, the snow. Full of Agrigold seed corn and pro boxes. He flat missed the turn or slid off of it. Anywho, we're trying to get out there. Got a couple wreckers. That thing's heavy. This is our ditcher. It's Crary Revolutionary ditcher. Got these beaters that kind of beat it in there, slices it off, and it throws whichever direction you want as far as you want. Run off PTO, of course. I'm first going to blow off the radiator because this was a auger wagon tractor for the bean crew and they get a little dirty. Luckily this pops off. You can get behind that. Kaylin and Jarrett getting trucks ready. We're gonna start hauling white corn tomorrow. Changing brakes, all that stuff. Hopefully when Kaylin's name comes across here, I spell it right. I usually don't. Well, that was interesting, guys.
Yeah.
That was good.
Been frustrating.
They haven't been coming off real easy. I do have to admit, we had trouble with that one over there. We got eventually, and Kaylin only been working on it for 3 hours. I'd just be an hour, so I took the glory of pulling the drum off from him. Like the dog I am.
Oh man, you guys are miserable.
All right, taking the Digistar monitor out. That's what the scales for the auger wagon. Put this operation in for the ditcher. And an ag leader monitor to control the slope, automatic, and the pitch and depth and all that good stuff. I tell you exactly how it all works, but I don't remember. Anybody else take a little while when you ain't ran something for 2 years? Remember what does what? Thursday, didn't get the camera out yesterday. I was mostly just getting the ditcher ready to go, getting everything hooked up, GPS, all that stuff, wires ran, all that good stuff. Jared's blowing off 9260. I'm gonna wash this off before I go out and try and heat it, make sure everything works. And Eli's breaking out the second sprayer. Garrett's false spraying up in Robinson. Eli's gonna do it around here with the Hagee. So we'll have two of them going for a rain Saturday, get that much false spraying done. Kill weeds so it's easier to handle in the spring.
You turn that four-wheel steer off and on?
Yeah.
Because I see it's just steered with two cars.
Jared's still blowing over there on the 9250. No, that's 9260. I'm gonna try to make sure all this works here at the farm before I go somewhere where I'm really wanting to use it. He's on this terrace that we wash into. Sometimes that mud gets down there, and then anyways, it just gets filled in. So I'm gonna make sure it works there. Using GPS like on tractors, you just usually have one receiver on there and that keeps you left and right and all that stuff where you want to be and start and stopping. But for elevation, you need two receivers. So we got one on the ditcher itself. Then you have to have a base station here that just stays in one spot. Then it can actually do elevation as well. So we want to get a ditch and we want to get it falling the direction we want. and usually we want it as shallow as we can and still fall, so we're not diving off into it as we go. But I've been setting up the hydraulics, make sure they're the right one, because like got a little beater here. As that cuts it, that will also throw it into this, which will sling it. We can change directions we want it to go and how much. Like you go along terrace, you want to fill it. Or on a flat field, you just want to spread it out like it's not even there. It's also good for where you dig out ditches. You can go through there and spread that stuff out better. This thing's also got pressure on it, how hard that's going down. Don't want too hard, and that'll break the shear bolts. And I think that's pretty much the gist of it. So we'll see how it works. Yeah, usually a challenge. Wait for our lights to be the right color. Let these things get all hooked up and whatnot. I got a toolbox in the front. Came off of John Deere, as you can see. The green, it didn't get spray painted black, so it matches the case. Somebody hit it. It's all bent up. It does stick out there a ways, so worry about that later in the year. Well, we got a green bar there. That means our GPS is all hooked up and everything. We're gonna go through here and we're gonna survey it so it knows how the land lays, so it knows how deep to be and everything, and we'll just see, well, we'll see if it works. Got our survey, took a little bit, but we are rolling. So adjust that chute to where it's just hopefully going mostly right on top of that terrace, because the whole point of it is to get the water going here, and we don't want to go down here making washes. So do that all the way up to here. We had trouble with this one filling in. We got the wash pad right down, goes down right where the pipe is, and then we also got all the water coming off the hill from the gutters and everything that roll down here. So we want to catch it and bring it to the pipe and not let it go over the hump. See, we got a wet hole here, so we are like on top of the ground, so there's not much going on here. It's really nice that it does all that by itself. And I saw I did a curb track here, so it dries the exact same spot I surveyed. Now we're closer to terrace now, so I'm going to adjust that chute down so it's not throwing as far. Right on there, kind of dirt we're taking out, build a little berm with it. Sure does a lot of up and down to stay just right, which I guess is okay. And there's a wash right there where the berm's not very much. Comes off the gutters here, so I'm gonna really shoot that thing down when I get there. Yeah, I got that thing going straight down. Try and fill that in as much as I can while it's taking it that way. Some might be hard to be able to see this. Don't like the bottom, it's jumpy. I think I got a small hydraulic leak, so I'm gonna take that hose off and fix it. I think that might be it. Found the culprit of the leak. This thing's sitting here settling. I'm thinking that's why it's jumping so much, but there's these little clamps. And everywhere this thing is clamped, there's just a little bitty leak all the way up here. So I'm thinking all that's just adding up to cause trouble. Well, bad news. Well, good news is we have our own crimpers and hoses and all that stuff and fittings, but we don't have the right ones. So I'm gonna have to go get this made. Hopefully Hedrick's right down the road has got it. Okay, ready to go. Hedrick's had the fittings to make the hose. They were leaking everywhere these clamps were, so I just tightened them back and zip tied them to them. We're gonna go with that. And that still didn't fix it. Evidently it's the outlets leaking by a switch from switch outlets, and now we're good to go. Taking a nice morning stroll this morning with the ditcher. Head up Crawford County. There's one west of Hudsonville. I've been wanting to. There's a ditch through the middle. It's not big enough. It runs over. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Might have to get the track go. But then also you get to the north side, the hill. It's not really a hill, but it kind of grades that way. And puddles on the north side of our field and on the guy north of us. I want to cut a ditch on that north side, go to that middle one. I want to do this for a couple years. Last fall it was too wet to do any of this, so pretty happy to get this knocked out. Talked about trading this tractor in for a little road track that could be better for planting corn and everything. But the price for everything traded inside, it wasn't worth it. But one thing I would miss for this tractor is the speed going down the road. Good for getting places. 33 don't seem like a lot to people that don't drive tractors, but for people that do, it's a lot. Made it up here. Here's the waterway. I want to get deeper. There's one spot right here, right there, and it's just blowing through, creating a wash. So I want to get this deeper from here so it'll flow this way and hopefully pile up some dirt right where that wash is. Might need a backhoe or trackhoe or something too to get it all the way done, but this is at least a start here. You change which direction you throw this thing to, so whichever way it makes sense. Not very deep right here, as you can see. We're only 2 inches deep. There's a couple bumps there and there. We'll have to try and take out. Be deeper there. Well, things been going great. That main ditch did 3 different passes. Did one down the, well, I guess I did one down the middle flat, angle this side, angle that side, then went through flat at the end just to clean up, which was nothing. Did along the property line on the north side there. Now I have nowhere to go with this, and there's an AT&T line I can't cross, but I'm just along the ditch. This always sits wet, all that road comes off there, so I'm just gonna make to where there's a holding area. But now I'm dead in the water because not the one I changed yesterday or 2 days, yeah, yesterday. Another one, hydraulic hose, blew right out the end fitting there. So Dad's coming up because this is the main lift cylinder, and I can't go nowhere right now. Back up and going, got that little fix done. Gonna finish this ditch, be done for a day. Be working tomorrow, so more footage to come then.
Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of pushing with the dozer here. Started earlier and we went back and got trucks. Straightened this up here where Reese did the trench, and I had to get around the riser yesterday and left kind of a mess. So I'm just straightening it up. The dirt smoothed out, that done. Looks a little better. Well, we got another beautiful sunset this evening. I'm up here on the hill. There's our pump out of the river. Got this starter laying here because we need a new starter down at the river box. So they put it on there. We had that one, so we don't forget it next summer when it's time to water again.
Well, the day's not starting out so hot. Yeah, when I go down the road, I switch this gate up, this chute up. So it was like this, so I don't hit people. Got more room. So that means that, but I didn't open this gate. That gate was open. So, gear operator air. Now it's plugged up, so I'm gonna have to dig this thing out before we get going. Yeah, I think I got it. Well, it kind of sucks, but that teaches you to remember next time, I guess. Won't be no excuses if there's a next time. All right, I got it. It's spinning. I just gotta clean up my mess here. I'll sling it out there. Switch the gate, because I want to go that way. Can't forget that kind of thing. Both chutes are open now, so it wouldn't even mattered. But I want that top one closed just because I was going down the road, because I wanted to tip that up, and I forgot I switched that for that last night. And then yeah, when I switched back, I didn't switch it, or no, I left it up, so that's the direction I was spreading, and I didn't switch the gate. Really thankful to have the tractor with the cab on it. I don't throw it towards the tractor when I don't need to, but sometimes you need to. I got a lot of screens in here for the auto steer. This is for the ditcher. This I brought the iPad, probably can't see it, and I got old yield maps on there. Look at like 2 or 3 of them. This definitely looks like this is a spot that's too wet every year, so we're just making from the ditch over the road, we're just making a small one this way, not very deep. It'll be pretty flat, but maybe I'll at least catch some of the water and make the wet hole smaller. See that one? I'm proud of that one. There's a waterway here, but it wasn't going in it. So I put one down the middle to where we'll get into the ditch of those trees. It was going around there and making a big mess. So yeah, I've been thinking about doing that for 2 years. Pretty happy I got it done. Now I gotta get from here to the road where the culvert is, but I got the main part. Another nice sky for sunset. I'm done. I got that project done. Pretty happy I got that project done. I think it looks good. So, get this stuff picked up. Go park this in the shed. Take tomorrow off. A little family time. Hopefully watch the Bears win. Who knows? It's the Bears. But I at least feel better in close games now. We always used to lose those. We're actually winning some now. Anyways, see you next week.